Government has eased restrictions across the state even as the cases are rising. The state government has increased the daily limit of pilgrims permitted for this year's Sabrimala Puja from 5,000 to 10,000 devotees. Only 5,000 devotees were allowed earlier due to COVID limitation. The state government's move is coming even as the state has reported 16,148 fresh COVID cases on Saturday, with the test positivity rate rising to 10.76%. The state government has also permitted opening up of electronic shops and film shooting, and a negative RT-PCR was not required for interstate travel and attending examinations for people who have received 2 doses of the vaccination. Gopi Krishnan and Unitan reporting live for the very latest. Gopi, the state is reporting high levels of COVID cases, the highest in the country at the moment. And amidst all of this, you've got Sabrimala, which is open to tourists. How is it even working out right there with the devotees? If you could just walk our viewers through the arrangements that have been made at Sabrimala and whether this is garnering flack from the opposition parties in Kerala or not.
Well, very good morning, Kriti. Actually, there was a review meeting by the state government yesterday to take stock of the COVID-19 situation. And rather than going by the daily COVID numbers, the government and this expert committee seems to be going ahead by the COVID-19 case TPR, that is the test positivity rate. If you look at the test positivity rate in Kerala for about last 2-3 weeks, it has remained somewhere between 10% and 11%. So there's only be a marginal variation in the TPR, which means that the COVID-19 cases are plateauing in Kerala. There hasn't been a major spike or there hasn't been a major dip in the COVID-19 cases over the last few weeks. And that is exactly why the government has decided to further ease the restrictions. More shops and more non-essential services will be allowed to operate. Now, the major development and the announcement came yesterday was that about Sabrimala, because till yesterday, only 5,000 devotees would be allowed to offer prayers in Sabrimala on a single day. But that has now been raised to 10,000. And it's already mandatory for all the devotees to carry either an RT-PCR negative certificate or they should be vaccinated with both the doses of COVID-19 vaccines. So these two things, or either of these two certificates, are mandatory for devotees to at least reach Nilakil, which is the base camp to Sabrimala. From there, these devotees will be allowed to go to Sabrimala, which is about 20 kilometers away from Nilakil, only as per the particular time slot that they have got through booking from the virtual queue. So those are the arrangements made in Sabrimala to ensure that the darshan is happening without much of a crowd. And that is also what we could see yesterday. Even though 5,000 devotees were allowed on a single day, we couldn't see much of a crowd in Sabrimala or even the crowd which is more or less similar to what we see during the festive season. But the concern for the government, however, will be these cases which stand somewhere between 14,000 or 13,000 and 15,000 on a daily basis.
All right, leave it at that. Thanks for joining us with the details right there, Gopi. No cover.